Welcome back everyone to the Audacious Money Witch channel where we talk about investing and trading and a lot of fun things. Why Honest Company Honest stock will be a better investment to buy than Estée Lauder EL stock. Honest just reported earnings. I will talk about that. I am going to be comparing two stocks, or rather two personal care companies, because both of these companies have great stories to tell. Both of these companies are founded by women visionaries, hard-working women, entrepreneurs in fact. But there are big differences. I learned that Jeremy started to buy Estee Lauder stock.
Estée Lauder. I just bought this stock today for the first time ever. This is a generational buying opportunity we're going through over this next 6 months for Estée Lauder EL stock. Stock's lost about half its value in the past 5 years. Extraordinary drop for this company, but the brands are lasting for the long term, and this will all be cleared up. The problems they've been going through will get worked through, and then the stock will be up and away, and will be a $300+ stock here.
I am going to tell you a honest story, or the truth. Why I am not buying Estee Lauder, not because Jeremy decided to buy. I used to own EL stock. I made money in that trade after I found there is a fatal flaw in this EL stock. My first memories of Estee Lauder were actually when I was quite young, and my mom used to wear Estee Lauder. And the thing about smells is that they can be very nostalgic. So whenever I smell Estee Lauder, I think of my mom. And when I was very young, every time, a hug or a kiss, my mom, that would be the smell. Yes, Estee Lauder made me think about my mom and her girlfriends, like ladies from her generation. But you know me, I like honest. I am sure you all know the true story about how co-founder and former chief creative officer Jessica Alba, the Hollywood actress, wants better for her babies and all of the rest of the babies in this world. She created Honest Company for clean and all-natural personal care products, including clean beauty products that work. Now, that deep dive of Estee Lauder, where the story really gets exciting, is actually about the visionary herself. All I ask from you is that you hit the like button. You don't even need to subscribe to enjoy this juicy story I am about to share. So who was Estee Lauder and what's her deal? And what's her brand about? Josephine Esther Metzer, she was born on July 1st, 1906, in Corona, Queens, New York. Her father was Czech and her mother was Hungarian. This is where it gets really unfolding in this story. Her dad owns a hardware store below their home. He was a tailor, and what Estee Lauder would do was help her dad out in the store. Now, where it really got interesting was that she was embarrassed by her parents and their background, and decided as she got older to really fabricate her story about her life, what her past looked like, because she was not proud of it. She was not proud that she came from poor people who were hardworking, so she would tell people that she was born into this European royal lineage. So that really caused her to change her name from Josephine to Estee. So this is the first chapter of the Estee Lauder story. We established one thing: she is not honest. Estee Lauder's uncle, John Schatz, who is a chemist by profession, moves in with the family. And he is one that makes perfumes and lotions, and he also does lipstick too. Estee is very intrigued by makeup and beauty because she always brushed her mother's hair. Her mother was absolutely gorgeous. Leaving behind helping her dad, she decided to shadow her uncle learning the business and how makeups were made. And her uncle at the time would use all natural ingredients. He later ended up using a stable in the back of the family home, where he would have his laboratory where he made 4 specific creams. Now, Estee Lauder, being the apprentice at heart, ended up taking these creams to high school with her, where she would share it with her friends. That sparked her entrepreneurial mindset. One day, Estee Lauder went into the hair salon to get her hair done, And Florence Morris, the owner, asked her about her skin because it looked so perfect. So she talked about the creams that her uncle actually formulated. So Florence, being very intrigued, asked her if she could bring some products into the salon. But where it got humiliating for Estee was that she had complimented a customer on her blouse and asked her where she got it from. The customer retorted it shouldn't matter to her because she would never be able to afford it. Remember, Estee Lauder was already not proud of her parents being of a poor background. And the reason why she would fabricate stories of her past is the idea of being poor or not being able to afford things. This is the spark that pushed her over the edge to become a success no matter what. So she promised herself that day that she was going to push herself every single day to the limit, perfecting and learning to make these lotions and concoctions so that she could one day in her life make so much money that she could get whatever she wanted. Now you know who she is and what her brand comes from. You also know that she will do anything, include lie about who she is, for money. I am sure she worked hard to get her success, but the fact that she faked her identity just to make money for her company, that is one red flag about the culture of this company. Also, she is no longer with us today. Next is the CEO, Fabrizio Frida, who is running this family business today. Doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm the right guy, first of all, because I share their passion and hopefully their values. But also, I think I'm bringing to this company some of the needed skills and direction that we need to bring it to the next level globally in the future.
No doubt, a vision that Estée Lauder would share.
It's like I had met her, because when you speak with the people in the company, she's there. She's in their mind, in their heart, and obviously is in the heart of the family. So, yes, you can meet her if you want in this company.
When Estée Lauder purchases a brand or has any kind of involvement in it, people seem very disappointed, and as though Estée Lauder has kind of messed it up in some way. When Estée Lauder purchased a brand, something felt wrong. Everything goes downhill, like Tom Ford, which he overpaid. Now it seems like it's lost its magic. It's almost as though the brand got cursed. A lot of people are saying that Estée Lauder ruined your favorite brands. Is this true? Let me know down below what you think. Also, Fabrizio Frida ranks second on the overpaid CEOs list among those at companies on the S&P 500. Frida ranked highly on the list after receiving $65.9 million compensation package, a level of excess pay calculated based on how the CEO's salary stacks up to company performance. We know that EL stock has lost 75% of its value, but today I'm going to show you why Honest is still better value compared to EL stock. Let's jump right into the Honest earnings. Honest achieves record revenue of $93 million, up 10%, improved profitability with gross margin of 38%, an 1,120 basis point increase, raises full year 2024 revenue and adjusted EBITDA outlook. This strong performance and momentum gives us confidence to raise our financial outlook for the full year, said Chief Executive Officer Carla Vernon. At Honest, we are a company of builders, and with a stronger financial foundation in place, this team is fully enrolled in helping to expand and strengthen the Honest brand and the portfolio of products that our community loves and trusts. Honest ended Q2 of 2024 with $37 million in cash and cash equivalents, an increase of $19 million as compared to the second quarter of 2023. The company had no debt on the balance sheet. Net loss was $4 million. So yes, Honest is still unprofitable right now, but this baby is in growth mode. It just grew 10% year over year. That's double-digit growth rate. Plus, this company has no debt. Estée Lauder has almost $10 billion of debt on its balance sheet. With the debt to equity ratio of 1.7, the EL stock is traded at a price to sales ratio of 2, and Honest is traded for less than 1. Estee Lauder fallen 75% is because of the business in a decline, especially in China. Then you might want to buy Estee Lauder for the dividend. I have to tell you, EL has a payout ratio of 148.31%, meaning they pay out 140% of the company's profit to shareholders so that the CEO can have his lifestyle maintained despite the sinking ship. Very short term thinking management. On top of that, the stock is not even cheap. Their free cash flow yield is 3.4%. That's not even worth holding the stock, for as cash can yield 5% right now. Honest Company has free cash flow yield of over 6% right now. This is why I only invest in Honest stock. In fact, I sold my Estee Lauder for a profit when the stock reached 149 and put them all back into my Honest stock. Let me know what you think about the Estee Lauder story. Would you invest in EL stock or just stick with Honest like me?